my name is Kay Clant, and I'm going to talk to you today about the backpacks that my dogs use on multi-day backpacking trips. This is the Rough Wear Front Range Backpack, and this is what they call their day pack, but I have found it's plenty big enough and plenty functional enough to be a multi-day backpacking trip pack. All that I make the dogs carry is their dog food, and I carry it in a Ziploc bag like this. These Ziploc bags I found is just the best way to keep their dog food contained and dry. On the trips that I take where there's lots of water, I'll double bag these, but it's the most efficient way I've found to carry their dog food on these trips. And this bag, it only has the one zipper, one major dump pouch, and it has this small pouch in here which is designed to hold the water bladder, so the water bladder stays close to their body and doesn't bounce around. Now, these backpacks are a couple years old and they have some wear on them. This is a tear from a dog going under a barbed wire fence and catching and causing a small tear, which I have repaired. And the shoulders on these backpacks tend to take a lot of use and abuse when they're going through the brush and whatnot. So they'll rub and finally get some holes like this backpack has. This is Roxy's backpack. Roxy. And then River has the exact same front range backpack, only a smaller version. This one is going to be the large, extra large version. This is a medium. And this is the size I would use on Kai as well if she were carrying a lot more than she is, but she's older and I don't have her carry a whole lot of weight. So it's basically the same bag, same single zipper dump bag, just a little bit smaller. And then Kai's bag is this Ultimate Directions bag. And this bag it's a ripstop material and it's much lighter material than this. But this is really honestly a day pack. But all I have Kai carry is the coats, the dog jackets inside of these pouches, and a leash. So I have this little pouch right here will accommodate a single leash, and I just roll it up like that and stuff it inside there. So on each side she'll get one of these leashes in that little pouch. This pouch, I don't know if you can see that, but it is see-through right here. It's a mesh, which I really like, but it's like a ripstop mesh, but it helps the pack breathe, whereas this has a solid panel on the top and they don't breathe nearly as well as this one does. And so I find that to be fantastic. These are lightweight, they conform to the body really well compared to this bag, but like I said, it doesn't carry nearly as much. This has two pouches, one here. Honestly, wouldn't get much in there. I don't really use it. I just use the main compartment to put the jacket inside. The complaint that I have about this is that the zippers really are facing the wrong direction. Because the zipper tab is facing forward, this catches and it works its way open, which is not a great thing. So the zippers really need to be reversed on this pack. They need to go the opposite direction. It does have this zipper part here too. If you're not carrying very much, you can zip this closed and that will just conform that much more to the dog's body and not have as much room. So the straps on these are a lot smaller and a lot lighter than the robust straps on this backpack. This is my dog Kai in her Ultimate Directions backpack, which fits her really well. You notice across the back here how well it fits across her back. She's a little bit narrow of a dog. It's a little bit wider here. It narrows as it goes back. And then the snaps are right here. There's 2 of these clips to take it off. And then across the shoulder it has these straps. A little bit of padding in the front, and it's loose. It doesn't have to be super tight because it fits really well back here. It conforms to the body super nicely. Palisades. So the advantage of the Palisades is this little tab goes through a buttonhole on the pannier, just like that, and this is removable. So you have a dog harness which is still on the dog, and the panniards come off. So when you take a break, all you have to do is take the panniards off. But I have found that it's not that much more convenient. You have to have the dog stand still long enough for you to feed these toggles through these holes, and it's just as easy to undo the snaps underneath, unclip it, pull this off over the dog's head, and then they actually get a chance to breathe their whole body. You know, they can stretch, they can roll in the grass and itch those places that this might cause some scratchy, itchy places. So I've used these packs for years. I had a friend recommend these. They have multiple pouches. They have a pouch here and a pouch here, and this pouch has a design where you can use these to really cinch this down and make it a little more compact, but I have found it's just not necessary. The little clip on the bottom here, this is what keeps the pack really from bouncing around, and not those compression straps. And those compression straps just make this whole system heavier. And these are much lighter and easier, and I've found that they don't flap around at all. They have that same little snap that goes around the strap, and these are great. So I would highly recommend this type. They have 2 of these type packs. This one, which is the front range, and another one called the Approach. The only thing that I can see different about the Approach is it has a small pouch similar to this one on the top, and it has some reflective material on it, and that's about it. Oh, it has some webbing. It has some webbing on the top that you can attach stuff to the outside of the pack, but I like this. I have found that I don't want things attached to the outside because that stuff snags and catches in the brush. So they shouldn't have things hanging off the outside of their backpack. So the other thing that the dogs carry are their jackets, which I have here. And I use these jackets also as their sleeping bags. A lot of times they don't necessarily need the jacket until the wee hours of the morning when it's cooler. But this is a Skunk Puppy jacket. And this is by far my favorite brand of dog jacket. This thing, when they built it to conform really to the dog's body super well. At least this particular jacket fits my Kai dog super, super well. It's called their Puffy Dog coat. Things that I find that this chest piece, because of the way it's shaped, and it's cut in several different places, like there's several different pieces of material that come together there, instead of being one solid piece across the top, which what you find a lot of times with dog coats is it's one solid piece across the front, and it just doesn't conform to their chest. It's oftentimes it's tight on their chest, and their movement, it just doesn't move with their body. And this particular design, where it has this kind of V shape, really conforms in the chest and fits well. And this little leg flap, I like that it has these straps that are stretchy and the snaps that go on either side. Unlike this jacket that this wraps all the way around and snaps on the top, which it works. But I found that this is just better because it helps conform to the body, and that stretchy bit will stretch a little bit, and so be more comfortable, especially at night when they're curled up and sleeping. This also has small leg straps. These are stretchy straps, and one for the tail. I usually don't use those. I just found them not necessary. But this puffy coat has been an outstanding piece of kit. These are rather expensive. I think they're in the range of $150. But this one it's been fantastic. This is my dog Kai in her stunt puppy jacket. I want you to notice some things about this particular jacket. So it has these small extensions that go down the leg a little bit, and it really rounds itself out across the back and the butt and comes down tightly on their back leg. Has this small collar, but in the chest area it really conforms into this chest area well because they cut it into a separate piece. Most coats have just one straight piece across here, and it never quite fits right. This one was almost like it was made for her. As far as dog coats go, I have tried several dog coats, and this has got to be the best one by far that I've ever tried. It's called Stunt Puppy. They're pricey, but it was worth it in the long run, because these are just super well made, and they made them to fit the dog's body conformation. They have the clips right here. They have the leg straps you can put around their legs. I don't hardly ever use those, and one to go around the tail. It unclips right there, and on the other side. And then you just pull it off over their head. Just like that. This is a little bit lighter jacket, but it's water resistant. It has fleece on the inside. The issues with fleece is that this stuff tends to get stickers and that kind of stuff caught in it. And I just found that it's not quite as warm as the puffy coat that actually has insulation in it. The thing that is unique about this, it has 3 different places of adjustment. The neck, so you can get this tied around their neck. This is kind of a shoulder adjustment to try to help get it to fit better in the shoulders. And it also has the straps around the back end, the leg straps. This one's quite a bit longer, and I like that about that because it drapes over the dog's back legs when they're laying down at night. And during the day, you can use this, cinch this up by the toggle, and then this doesn't hang so far off of their back. So it's a unique feature of this Herta jacket. I like this jacket. It's functional and it works. And I like the bright color because you can see it for a long ways away. So what I like about this coat is it has 3 adjustments. One around the neck to tighten it around her neck to keep her neck warm. Keep snow from getting in there if you're in the snow. And this adjusts the shoulder. It tightens and loosens the shoulder. And then it has this, like right now, this would be like in blanket mode. See how long it is, see how far her tail sticks out? If I tighten the strap using the toggle, then we get it in so she can run around camp or whatever mode where it's not impeding her tail or her movement. Now this is River's jacket, and River's jacket is made by Ultra Paw. And I bought this jacket because I like the fact that it had this reflective material that's supposed to reflect the heat back to your dog. So I thought that would be a way of keeping the heat in this jacket. And it's water resistant, not waterproof, but it has these adjustable, it's just adjustable by the Velcro and where you put it. We all know what Velcro does. It gets, after a while, it doesn't function nearly as well. But so far, this jacket's held up pretty good. This has a little pouch, little zipper pouch right here, which I never use. And it has access so you can get your leash in and snap the collar through this little access point. This one also has that. And this one has the neck adjustment and the little shoulder adjustment. What I don't like about this is this fuzzy neck it catches all the stickers, all the pokey, prick me, and stick me's. So I don't particularly like that. So mostly I'll try to put this just on her at night. And she's my long-haired dog. So she really doesn't need a jacket until the wee hours of the morning. For just a sec. There we go. This is Little River in her coat. Has a little bit of adjustability in the shoulder, in the neck. That's about it. There's a place here where you can get to her collar if you need to. Don't normally use that. This is a spot we had an accident with the fire. Burned the coat a little bit. It also has this little pocket back here, but I never use it. This coat has that reflective stuff on the bottom, which makes it nice. But that's Little River's coat. The other thing that I use for their sleep system is this is just a blanket. It's a down puffy blanket. This one was the Costco blankets that everybody bought years ago, and I have several of these and I use them all the time. Not only is it backup for me on the cold weather, but it's backup for them if we happen to get a frosty morning where they are cold. I can just throw this over the top of all of us, and it helps everybody keep a little bit warmer. And it's a fantastic piece of kit. These things have held up really well. I think I've had these for 5 to 7 years. They still have a lot of loft to them, and they're just good blankets. Use them all the time. If you have any questions about any of their gear or any of the other stuff that you think I might carry for them, don't hesitate to put it down in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. And I'm a new channel, so I need those thumbs up and the subscribes. So please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And that'll be it for this video. Not sure what the next one's going to be, but stay tuned because there's going to be a next one. Thank you for your time.